Hey guys, happy Sunday. So this is a really quick word. And it's based on this is actually going to go on for the month of December. We have 31 days for this entire month, and the Lord has me doing kind of like a series this month. I can't say that He's going to have me on every day of December, but He did speak it to me as if this is like a vlogmas without the vlogmas. So I'll be on here as many days as He has me on here. I do kind of feel like He's going to have me on here for the 31 days of December, but I'm not God. I'm just going to be obedient to His leading. But the name of this December series, if you want to call it that, is going to be Unfogged 31 Days of God Lenses. Okay, Unfogged 31 Days of God Lenses. And this specific word is titled An Extended Year. I Can Do Plenty in One Day. An extended year. I can do plenty in one day. I'm going to back up a little bit to give you guys kind of like an overview of what Unfogged 31 Days of God Lenses means and what he's referring to. And what he's saying is that many of you guys are going to have major transitions happen in December throughout the beginning of the year. Like you're not going to be in the same space that you're in right now. You're not going to be in the same situation. Some of you won't be in the same state. Some of you won't be in the same jobs. Some of you won't be in the same relationships, whether that's romantic or friendships. God is doing major changes, but in order for you to properly walk into what he's taking you into, in order for you to be successful, you have to really be able to see God. Let me back up. You have to be able to see yourself through the lenses of God's eyes instead of looking at yourself through your own eyes. Some of you guys, you have the faith. You've been through the pruning process. You've been through the refining process, but you are seeing yourself as somebody that's not adequate for what God is calling you to. You're seeing yourself as someone that's suffering from imposter syndrome. You feel like you should not be where God is about to take you. And if anything's going to be your downfall, that is going to be it. So God really wants to unfog your glasses, unfog your lenses so that you can see yourself the way he sees you. That's going to be really, really important for what God is doing, for what he's about to do. You have to be able to see you through his lenses. Some of you guys, he's restoring relationships to you. You have to be able to see yourself through God's lenses, because if you look at yourself through the way that you've been allowing Satan to push you into seeing yourself, you're not going to be successful where God is taking you. But what you need to put in your heart is, if God has held this position for me, if he's created this position for me, then I'm adequate for it. I can do it. Wherever he's taking you, if he's created the position for you, if it's written and it's for you, you can do it. He wouldn't call you to something for you not to be successful at it. But if you're not seeing yourself through his lenses, you will not be successful. So some of you guys, is just as simple as praying, God, change the way that I see things. Let me see myself the way you see me. Let me see this other person the way you see them. Let me see this situation the way you see it. Let me see the restoration the way you see it. Let me see this transition the way you see it. Let me see this movement the way you see it. Let me see this financial blessing and handle it the way that you would. It's as simple as that. You don't have to go on a fast for 50 hours or 50 days. It's as simple as saying a prayer for God to begin to change your mind, for him to begin to change your mind, change your heart, and allow you to see things the way that he sees it. And what he brought to my attention is, many of you guys, you don't even think he's going to do it before this year is over with, because you're like, okay, we're in December, it still hasn't happened. God had to bring to my attention that in a normal year, if I ask you, how long is a year? You're going to say 365 days. This year is 366 days. God says that this is an extended year for a reason. Okay. It's a leap year. A leap year occurs every 4 years. The last leap year was in 2020. For some of you guys, the chaos and the craziness and your refining and your pruning, it started in 2020. I can attest to that for myself. Mine started in 2020. And before 2024 is out, you're going to transition. You're not going to be in the same place. And he kept bringing to my mind, have it up on my computer. Hold on. 2 Peter 3, verse 8. I'm going to read the ESV version. It says, "But do not overlook this one fact, beloved, that with the Lord, one day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as to one day." Psalms 90, verse 4 says, "1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night." God is saying he doesn't see time the same way that you do. And for many of you guys, what he's about to do with this one extra day added onto the year. Again, this year, 2024, has 366 years. With this one day, God is going to do what it would have taken you or somebody else to do in 1,000 years. He's going to do it in one day. God does not look at time the way that we look at time. He is not wearing an Apple Watch. He has no concept of time. And you can look at it this way. If you're a person who makes an average salary, if there's something you really want at Walmart or Target and it's $5 or $10, that's not going to make a difference to you. You're going to go to the store and buy it because that money is not a big deal to you. You make enough money to be able to afford that thing. Now, a billionaire may walk into a more expensive store and they want something that's $2 million. To you, that's the end of the world because you don't have it. But to a billionaire, they don't care about that. They have that money in their account. There's unlimited resources for them. They can afford whatever's in that expensive store. They don't look at their account to try to afford certain things. So compare yourself as an average person to a billionaire that's going in a store and they're not worried about the price. This is God that we're talking about. He's the richest man ever. He owns everything under the sun. He's not looking at time or what he can or what he can't do. He can do all things. Nothing is off limits to him. And he's saying this is an extended year. Don't count him out because you're already in December. There is so much that God is about to do. But for many of you to get what he's about to release to you, and he's going to release it, ready or not, here he comes. He's not waiting for you to get ready because you've had time to be ready. And for many of you guys, you are ready. You just need that one thing, and that's unfogged lenses. He needs to clear your eyes so that you can see yourself the way that he sees you. Because if you don't, you're going to talk yourself out of this blessing. Oh no, I can't be with this person that he's restoring me to. I've gained weight. Look at the outside. Like I'm not even in my career that I want to be in. I don't even make enough money that I want to make by the time that this marriage is coming, by the time that this transition is coming. Oh, I want it to be further in life. You're going to come up with so many excuses. But if God is opening up this seat for you, you're ready. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't give in to this imposter syndrome. Like, you have it because he's releasing it to you and it's yours and you're ready for it. Okay? Don't count yourself out. This year is not over yet. God is still going to do whatever he's told you he would do for 2024. He's not a God that will lie. Even if he does it in the last minute, in the 11th hour, that last minute before the last minute, it's okay. It's his divine time for that. When Elijah prayed for it not to rain, it didn't rain for 3.5 years. God didn't just stop it from raining for a week or 2 weeks or 2 months. It didn't rain for 3.5 years. That's 3.6. Just like we have 366 days in this year. God is very strategic, guys. And I pray that you catch this spiritually. But in order for you to get it, you have to ask him for lenses to see yourself, to see this situation, to see this restoration, to see this release the way that he sees it. Otherwise, it's going to scare the crap out of you. I don't know any other way to say it. Some of you have been pumping yourself up like, God, release it. God, I'm ready. And when he releases it, you're not even going to know what to do. It's going to scare you that it's actually here. But if he's releasing it, you're ready for it. If he's releasing it, you're ready for it. He says this is an extended year. For many of you guys, you've been waiting since 2020. And God said he would do it this year. He's still going to do it for you. This isn't for everybody, so don't grab a hold to it if this is not for you. If this is for you, God has already spoken to you about it. You don't have to comment your whole story in the comment section or dreams you've had or any of that. Just take this word to God, take me to God, sit with him on it. But this year is not over with yet. Do not let the imposter syndrome cause you to miss out on a blessing because you're scared. He's going to give you peace over the situation. You may still be afraid and fear some things because that's just a part of human nature. We all fear and we get afraid sometimes. But don't let your fear keep you from walking through the door that God is opening for you just because you're not used to it or you don't feel like you'll add up or what if it's like it was before. No, a lot of you guys, God is bringing back a second chance, a third chance, and it's not going to be like the chances before. This is different. And it's different because God is doing it. Before you tried to put your own hands in it. You tried to plan it out your own way, but it's different this time. So that's all I wanted to release for this word, guys. Again, the title for this 31 days of whatever God is going to have me release to you guys, it's Unfogged, 31 days of God lenses. And this specific word is an extended year. And God is saying, I can do plenty in one day. Don't count him out because every day of December, he could release a new blessing to you. Believe it, receive it, and just have faith in who you serve. And believe big. Believe for bigger. He's not a broke God. Believe bigger. So that's it for this word, guys. I love you. I hope you enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.